Hello everyone, I am back with another build. I know many of you don't like ladders in your ship, so this build is right for you. Now, I didn't just stop there, make this ship with no ladders and call it a day. No. I make sure that this ship is still really perfect from the stats to the inside, the outside. Well, that part might be subjective, but I show you guys the inside, the outside. We're gonna take a tour and let's begin with the numbers. Let's go with the stats. So let's start with the hull. 1588 is a little bit short of 1600, but it's still a pretty good number. We'll come back to the weapons. Shield 1600, cargo 5000, beautiful, even number, love it. Max crew is 12 for some reason. I know that the max is 10, technically it's 8, but you know, whatever, it's okay. Jump range 30, maxed out, mobility 100, maxed out, top speed 130, also maxed out for C-class engines. And look at the mass, an even 4000. I mean, beautiful numbers, very even, fantastic. And with this design, I also made sure that all the engines are at the back. I made a ship where I put 4 engines at the back, 2 at the end. That seemed to have stirred a little bit something. So you know what, I made sure I put them all at the back. And I don't know you guys, but I'm really liking this asymmetric type of look, you know, where it's not aligned. I think this is actually a pretty good look. It's not bad. And there are plenty of braking engines because I just like the effect that they cause when you're in space and hit the spacebar. I just love that. So there's plenty of those, 1 for each engine, and I put 2 more here at the front. Now for weapons, I've been using this combination of weapons for quite a while, and I gotta say I still love it, so I kept it for this build as well. I'm using the PBO 300 Auto Alpha, mostly because of the range, 3300. You start melting ships before they're able to start shooting at you, so that's fantastic. The other ones are the PB175 Helion beam. They're class B, but still have also a long range of 3300. And then lastly, I have these ones, the MKE-9A Auto Gauss guns, or Gauss guns, something like that. C-class range is less, 1375, so I only use these ones to finish up the enemy ships. I start shooting them with these ones first from the distance, and if I don't finish them off when they get closer, then I finish them off with these guns. Alright, so this is how it looks from the top. I think that's a good look. It's not bad. And from the side, it doesn't look very chunky, so it's pretty good look. And from the front, that looks pretty aggressive. I gotta say, pretty good look. Let me just do a spin. I'm pretty happy how this one turned out actually. I'm gonna take you guys inside the tour now. Okay, so technically there is one ladder, there's this one, but you know, we don't use this, so it's okay, we're not gonna count that. Okay, as we come up, we're here, we can go all the way straight to the front, or all the way straight to the back. This is a Tayo storeroom. I do like it because it doesn't have any crap around. So it's very clean, very easy to move around. Here we're gonna go to the back first. We have the corridor. I do like the corridors, not just for looks, but also to force ladders to go away. So this is really great. I have another Tayo storeroom here just to kind of connect to make the ladders disappear. A couple of windows on the side. Then another corridor that now leads to another Tayo storeroom, and this is for the docker so that you can come up. And at the back here I have a window just looking all the way straight to the back, and I have the shield dish on the outside. I just thought it would be interesting to have it here. Here on this side I have a 2x2 living quarters from Deimos. I like this one a lot, so that's why I always have to use it. I have another window at the back just overlooking straight back. I think it's wonderful. I have another window up at the front. Now this one looks at the ship, you know, part of it, but it's alright, it's alright. More windows on the floor. And I think I have windows on the floor everywhere. Like I put windows here, there's more window there. Just I think I put too many windows. And on the other side, I have another one of my favorites, this 2x2 battle station. Another window here at the back. More windows on the floor. And another window here overlooking part of the ship. We can go all the way to the front to the cockpit, and here in this cockpit I have these 2x2 living quarters from Nova Galactic, and I like how open it is. So I really like having this one attached to the cockpit because of all this open space here. So you can just go straight to the cockpit with nothing kind of in the way. The other reason why I like it is because it has a pool table. I think it's just cool. It's just cool to have it, something different. Another window on the floor. And on the other side, this is just a 2x1 Nova Galactic all-in-one berth. It's a pretty unique all-in-one berth because you have a research station, then you also have a navigation console, and then you got of course the galley for cooking. So yeah, it matches the interior, so that's why it's there. And now we're gonna go to the cockpit. So you have stairs, no ladders, but you do have stairs. And this is how you're able to go in from one floor to the next. So right after the cockpit, I have a 2x1 Nova Galactic control station. It just kind of matches the interior of the cockpit. So I have it here. And then I put two windows here on each side. I mean, bad view, but I just saw, you know what, let me just put two windows here. And I have another corridor here, and that leads to a 3x1 all-in-one berth from Deimos. Okay, on the other side, I have now this corridor that goes from side to side. And this one leads me to the research lab from Hopetech. I don't like the interior at all, but the exterior of the Hopetech hat is just nicer, so that's why I'm using it. So on the other side of the corridor, I have now the workshop. So same thing, it is also, of course, the Hopetech. This one is a little bit better. It doesn't have a lot of crap around, so it's just the workbenches, so slightly better. And I do have, of course, windows as well. Alright, so that is it for the interior, and I'm going to now take the ship apart, show you guys all the parts and how to put them together. Alright, before we begin, here is the list of all the unique parts and the locations, because those are parts that you have to specifically go to those places to get. And here's my suggestion: take whatever ship you're going to use to make this ship, go to those locations, get those unique parts, put them however you like, and then go to your own outpost on your big landing pad where you can do the building, because we're going to use quite different structural parts, and you want to have all those parts in one place. That is the fastest and easiest way to build. If you need more time for the list, you can pause the video. Otherwise, I'm just gonna continue. I have the ship now in different layers. Honestly, for a ship with no ladders, it is relatively easy. I mean, this is not a complex build at all. So we're gonna start from the bottom two layers, top 1 and 2, and we're gonna start by putting all these parts together. So at the front we have the 2x2 Nova Galactic, the living quarters. This one is the one with the pool table, the one that leads to the cockpit. Then we have a 2x1 all-in-one berth. Next to that we have two Nova Galactic braking engines, one on each side. This is just structure. Now behind that we have our first 1x1 storeroom. This one is from Tayo, but you can use any other ones that you prefer if you don't like the interior of the Tayo. Then next to the Tayo we have two helium tanks, and these are the 500T helium tanks at 210 each. And then behind that we have the Hopetown Hab Spine. This one is the corridor, and I am linking this to another storeroom that leads to another Hopetown Spine, and then to another storeroom. Now next to the first hub we have the landing gears, the 220 CB landing gears, one on each side. This hub here has portholes on each side. And then on the other side of this storeroom, we have the 2x2 living quarters and the 2x2 battle station. So that next to each other. And of course, there's a window porthole here and another 2-3 more portholes at the back. Now then this here is just structure. We have the Stroud cap A and then the Stroud engine mount. They just flip so that it goes below it. And so that is this level. Well, oh, there's two more structure here. The Deimos belly, one on each side. And there is another one at the back. But let's go look at the bottom layer now. So we have the landing gears. These are the whole 5 landing gears. I do like the look of these landing gears quite a lot, and they match with this particular cockpit quite well. So I have them here. I also have the Hope for landing bay. This is one of the larger landing bays with a large opening. Let's see, we have another landing gear here. This is the NG20 landing gear. We have quite a few of those. We have one here, another one here on each side of the landing bay, just below the helium tank. So they attach to a helium tank. Then here we have another NG20 landing bay. This is a different variant. This is the third variant. This is the first, second, third variant, so that I can attach 2 shielded cargos on each side. These are the 200 cm ballast shielded cargos. So there's 2, one on each side. Then behind that we have the docker. This is the Deimos docker. And next to the docker we have 2 more NG20 landing gears. So the 2 more, one on each side. And this is another variant, the middle variant. And behind that, another Deimos belly. This is the other belly. This one actually sits below the other 2, one level below. And on top of that, I have the shield mounted. The Assurance SG1800 shield is mounted here. Yeah, I mean, you guys can probably put it somewhere else, but I thought, you know what, I'm gonna put it there so I can see it when I go to the window. So I don't know. Anyway, so that's that. And then there is this part on the side. This is the first engine structure part, where we have the tire braking engine at the front. Then we have the tire mid-cap. We have 2 back to back, and then another 2 tire mid-cap back to back. These are also flipped. And then finally at the back we have the engine, the SAL-6830 engine. We can just grab it, and this goes in here. The other one is the same way, so they get attached, and there we have it. So we have that. Just keep in mind that the bottom is the part that sits flush. And also, oh yeah, a ton of windows. I mean, I don't think there's, if you love windows like me, sure, go ahead and add them. Otherwise you can use the space for something else. So okay, so those are the first 2 levels. Let's go now to the 3rd level, and we have the Nova Galactic, the Cabot C3 Bridge. I went with a cargo of 320, mostly just so that I can get that even 5,000 number. Behind that we have a 2x1 Nova Galactic control station. Behind that we have another Hab Spine, and then behind that we have the Stroud only one berth 3x1. Now on the side of the Hab we have more helium tanks. These are the M20 Ulysses helium tanks at 70 each. They actually attach to the top part of these Habs here. They don't attach to the side of this Hab. And mostly I just wanted more helium so that I can travel from one end of the map to the other without having to stop. Behind that is just structure. It's a Hopetown pipes It's just structure. Same thing with these Hopetown radiators. These are all just structures, just for looks. Now here, what connects is the Hopetown Hab Cross Brace. This is the corridor that goes from side to side, and that connects to the Hopetown workshop. So the outside of the Hopetown Habs, I think they look really nice, but the inside, man, the inside just, at least I don't like it. At least I don't know. Okay, so this is the workshop. We have, windows on the side, at the back, and in front of that we have the Nova weapon mount. We have a couple of weapons here, the PB0300 auto alpha beams and the PB175 helium beams. So those are attached. And the other side is exactly the same, symmetric. So we have the cross brace, the science hub, and the weapon mount. And that is it for the third level. So we can highlight everything and put it together so this will align, and these are all structures that they attach to the hub on the second level. So each will just attach like that, and that's it. So we have that. So let's go now with the final level. We start with structure parts. This is the Nova cooling. This is also the Nova cooling. It's just the second variant, the middle part. Then we also have more structure. This is the Hopetown Cap B. We have 2 of those. More structure, the Deimos cooling. And behind that, we have the J52 Gamma Grav drive. And behind that, we have the SF40 Reactor. So we have that, and the next we have the rest of the engine. So pay attention, here is a little bit different. I have the tire braking engine, then the tire mid cap, but below that is not another mid cap. Instead is a Helion S202 cargo hold. So yeah, so because they kind of similar, so I used it to kind of hide the cargo space there. Then here, same thing, we have the tire mid cap, the braking engine. We have another Helion S203 cargo. I think the other one is S202. One is S202, one is S203. The reason for the different ones is just really for the even number of 5,000. That's the only reason why I use different ones. So all that goes together, and at the back, the engine now gets attached. Exactly same thing on the other side. So below, instead of the same structure, is the Helion S203 and the Helion S202. So we can put all that back, and now it's probably gonna have to put this one by one. This goes in here, this goes in here, this goes in here, this goes in here. Everything should align, overhang a little bit, and this one goes in here, and this one goes in here at the back. Perfect. This one goes in here, and this one goes here at the back. I almost forgot there are a few more items above. So here, this is the Deimos Spine A, and behind that there's a Deimos Spine C. This is just for the 2 weapons, the MKE-9A auto Gauss gun. Another one here at the top. And then these 2 items here, this one is the conduction grid, and this one is the comp spike. These 2 items are from the Crimson Fleet quest line. I sided with the UC Vanguard, so I don't want to delete these 2 because otherwise I won't be able to buy them back. So that's why I just left them. They do have some perks, so that's why they're here at the top. Alright, so that is the build. I mean, do you like it? Is it good? Is it not good? Let me know in the comments what you guys think. If you want to see something different, is there any build that you want me to do? Thank you all for watching. Enjoy the game. I love you all, and I'll see you in the next video.
Stuff complete.